But human yogis have gone higher than the angels with the science of Kriya Yoga. And once, long, long time ago, 18.5 million years ago, the seeds for the nursery of human evolution was laid. That's where true humanity began. Even if you take certain Darwinian records or scientific records, you will see that there was a huge change on the planet Earth 18.5 million years ago, very recently, where the Mother Earth waited in humble submission to the king, who came in his Markaba and his chariots of fire, descended upon the earth and decided to evolve our infant humanity. And before they came, there was a conclave which was held in the celestial regions between the Devas, the Plutos, Neptunos, the Zeus Paters, the Jupiters, and all the planets who now control, who now govern, and who now dispense the destiny of each human being in their chariots of fire as they travel around the central king, the sun, giving out, meting out the karma, doling out their good and bad seeds of their karma. So those secondary gods, they had a meeting. And in the meeting were present the secondary gods who are very highly spiritual, very evolved, more than us, very powerful, but not yet totally free from human nature nor from ego. Because the gods in the Indian pantheon or in the Greek pantheon still had wars, still had jealousies, and still did tremendous meditations. They were powerful beings. They controlled the thunder and the lightning, like Indra, Vritahan, the dragon slayer Indra, like George, like Zeus. So the meeting was about certain yogis who had equaled the siddhis and the powers of the gods, and some who had passed beyond their powers. Certain humans had gone beyond these powers. And later examples also, 60,000 years ago and all, you see people like Vishwamitra and others who did a lot of tapasya and passed beyond certain levels of the gods. Milarepa, the great Tibetan yogi who had his Mahaguru was an Indian yogi called Tilopa, from whom he got this knowledge. And they said that we would like to give this science of the gods, we would like to give the secret of the gods to human beings. Present in the meeting was also the Nameless One, who is there as the silent watcher, the witness. And who is the Nameless One? Tell me. Babaji was there. So he goes by many names, and yet he is the Nameless One. But he was like almost the background screen in front of which all this squabbling was taking place. All the meetings and the gods they said, we want to give it to the humans. They said, why are you giving it to the humans? Because this is a technique which was given to us by Lord Shiva, by the Nameless One, by Babaji, and it is a technique of immortality. And why are you giving this to us? Of the few people who had reached the levels of the gods and who could converse with them were also Sri Yukteswar and Lahiri Mahasaya, the direct disciples of Babaji. And they said, don't give it to the humans. One of the malefic planets said, why? because they are feeble and they have a short life, subject to all sorts of diseases like the cancer and breast cancer, and then they are cheating and fudging. They said, have peace, have sympathy. They've just come up from the trapdoor of the animal kingdom into the human kingdom. Give them a chance. It's 18.5 million years ago. What are you talking about? No, but this is not good. This is the pure sadhana of light, and humans stink when they don't have a bath. So this is not a good thing to say. This is a very egoistic thing to say. Lahiri Mahasaya said with compassion, we may be what we are, but today without your superior techniques, we are conversing with you. Please do not insult the human race, that they are stinking and they limp. Some of them are so noble that even without your techniques, they have evolved. So they said, no, we would not like the humans. They are inferior beings. And this, he was clear cut. Even Hollywood or America is nothing in class distinction to what the devas were from the human beings. The human beings were worse than slaves in the gallows. And this was very, very interesting. And there was a long struggle. There was, like you have when you have meetings, there were meetings with specific agendas. The agenda is not to give the human beings the secret of the gods. And the secrets of the gods is what you are getting today here with me. This is the secrets of the gods. And it is up to us to prove to our planets who are temporarily governing up, break from the shackles of your karmic horoscope. There's Jupiter there, there's Venus there, there's Mars there, there's Mercury there, there's Pluto there, there's Neptune there, there's Uranus there. All these gods are there with their power, their love for you and their anger for you. And they will blow hot and blow cold, and they will rain hellfire, and they will also shower the blessings of bliss and the flowers of the gods on your heads. For this is their job. This is what the planets will do. I am unveiling to you what the covenant, what the Ark of the Covenant is, and what the Markaba is. Over people are so mysterious and they make such a wonky Yankee mystery of the whole thing, It's not a mystery, it's right here. The gods, the planets, each one on their own chariots of fire, are moving around the sun in their Markabas, their chariots of fire. And they are dispensing good and bad to each human individual as per his good and bad karma. To the truth is truth begot, the liar gets his own. So don't do actions whose reactions you would mourn. Your individual present tells your individual past. To each one is allotted his exact and proper task. Now, you have to make your own effort to get to your goal. And this is what I'm trying to impress on you. Leave a little bit of laziness aside. Do a little bit of this Kriya. And the covenant that I am giving, the contract between you and me, is that you will not die in darkness. You will see the light. You will see the kingdom of heaven. I'm repeating the words of Jesus because I have the confidence. He is the Savior, I am the servant. Perhaps the servant has more work than the Savior. So I will keep serving you, but you have to make the effort. I don't want it ever to happen that teachers are less and they're being lazy to teach. We're leaving behind the legacy of Babaji, the legacy of the secrets which we have won from the gods. The secrets of the gods is yours for the taking, yours for the making. So please use it with respect and love. Let not their words come true. I know so far this has been a failed experiment with regards to how many people are doing it in the world. Agreed. But nevertheless, we shouldn't stop trying. And so they still persisted. But in the end, in the meeting between the gods and the yogis, then Babaji intervened. Because Lahiri Mahasaya persisted. He was persistent. And he said, okay, we will have compassion on our beloved souls. The souls on earth, we must all have compassion, he said. Don't hold it amongst yours. The great non-being told all the beings in heaven, because you could not, he was no identity, called the great non. He was actually the non-being essentiality of the whole show. He was non-being, but without him nothing could be, It's to take a very gross example, the light is there, it's doing nothing. But without the light you can do nothing. You cannot read, you cannot write, you cannot see. So Babaji intervened and said, okay, let those who practice 12 hours a day, let them practice Kriya Yoga. So Lahiri Mahasaya said, no, Master, this is not possible. I think you have been out of touch with the earthlings. The earthlings have many errands to run. They have many. The earthlings are very fashionable. They have many hoity-toity things to do. They are very fashionable. They have to make their perfumes work. They have to make their attitude. They have attitude. They are very developed. Oh, Babaji, you are backward. You do not know these things. Humanity is very hoity-toity and they're very shicky-micky. It's a shicky-micky society. Sorry, folks, I'm having a dig at you all. Forgive me. It's my mischief since a young guy. Have a nice dig at the ladies. Excuse me. I mean no harm, no insult to you all. But they are shicky-micky and hoity-toity, And so what to do with them? They have only 15 minutes, Lord. He said, what? Even Babaji was shocked. What are the earthlings? He said, Lahiri, what do they do? So Zeus Pater said, I know what they do. They're a bunch of country bumpkins, idle vagabonds. They're vagabonding the whole place, roaming here and there, knowing not what is good for them and what is bad. I mete out some of the major karma. I knock the fear of God, O Babaji, into them. I knock the fear of God into them. When thunder and lightning strikes and their houses go, the unworthy according to their karmas lose their houses in the Mississippi. So after this happened, they somehow agreed, and then there was a formation of planets. This formation of planets, some were grudging, some which became malefic, and some were agreed which came benevolent. Those of you who know astrology, some planets are benevolent planets. Some are good, benevolent and malefic, and benevolent, like Jupiter. Some are benevolent like Mercury. Some are war planets like Mars. So these planets said that we will agree to dispense the good and bad of humanity through their karma. So your karma is given to you through your planets. Have you understood this? All your karma, good and bad, are through the rays of the planet Mercury, the planet Venus, the planet Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, the nodes of Rahu and Ketu, Neptune, Uranus, and as they pass through the sky, through your individual setting at the time of your birth, these planets give you your karma, prarabdha karma, your present karma of this life. When a master comes, he interferes to a certain extent on this karma, giving what is called the Satguru gives his grace and takes on some of the karma of the disciples. Do you understand? And so after much trouble, the secrets of the gods was given to man. And Kundalini Kriya Yoga is the secrets of the gods. After great and mighty souls like Lahiri Mahasaya and Sri Yukteswar pleaded with Babaji, who had to intervene between the meeting of the men yogis and the astral and celestial gods, who are our planets, their informing spirits, who are not totally free of the ego, but have immortality, but not divinity in its complete sense. Men also have immortality. They are coming now because of this pathway being opened. So treat it with honor. Treat the Kundalini Kriya Yoga with honor. Treat the Kundalini Kriya Yoga with love. Treat the Kundalini Kriya Yoga with wisdom. For this is the secret of the gods given unto man and unto all you truth seekers. Now, believe you me, I told it with a sense of humor, but every bit of what I said is true. Such a meeting did occur, and 18.5 million years ago, the first nursery of human evolution was formed, and the spark of will in the practice of Kriya Yoga and the spark of bhakti, devotion, was given unto the human being.